Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to this world, and may this world become a better place before the end of 2026. We pray only for the magnificent. So, this is sort of part two of my psychic psychic hits for the new year. I already did part one. This one's more international. I first of all want to hit up Iran because Iran is marching as we speak. People are coming up from underneath the ground fighting them. And years ago, when they turned everything, remember everybody was asking me, Linda, my God, the women are treated terrible again and all that. And I kept seeing women coming up underneath the ground fighting them. So that was a couple of years ago. But it's not just women, it's men too. So they're done. Apparently, their money's not worth nothing. So, lazy day. I still got to pack. But I was watching the movies. I watched that weird one with the kids. This lady did a curse on them or something, and they ran like this. It was scary. And then last night I fell asleep about 9:30 to Moonstruck. I always put that on. I just love that show. Do you love him, Loretta? Terrible, Mom. Ah, that's too bad. Ain't that the truth, too? So, let's take a look at Iran. Iran is fighting back. And they want to disengage. Somebody's telling me, yes, they will in fact disengage. They will be able to fight and win. Iran is fighting back. Will they be able to disengage from these people that are running them now? Yes. Not as fast as we would hope, but yes. They've done a lot of things under that all of us haven't heard about. It's pretty ugly. Tell me about Iran. I see eventually a woman running it, and I see them getting along with other nations. Yeah, this administration or whatever this is getting ready to be cut out like a bad sore. See, they're kind of stuck right now, unable to move forward. Some sort of action taking place. Maybe even the military works against them. Celebration and the coming together. Like waiting for it. Sitting patiently waiting for it. That also can mean coffins. Getting on the horse and pushing forward. See a couple of earthquakes in Iran. I see some bad earthquakes, some natural disasters. But see, this president or this United States wouldn't help them unless they paid them a lot of money, which they don't have. Picking up the pieces and moving forward. Victory. Victory, but a hard-fought battle. So I can't tell you when this will all take place, but I can tell you it's happening, and being that we saw it before, I believe this to be true. Okay, 1 second. There was some sort of news, and I was just looking for it, that said that there was someone who was supposed to be assassinated, and they faked his death and took the $500,000 from Russia, and now he's alive and well. But I need to look that up because you know how you can't trust anything on the internet and you have to make sure it's for real. I'll look that up later. But boy, oh boy, did you guys see the fireworks in Taiwan and China? Oh my God, they were magnificent. Dragons and oh God. Could you imagine being a little kid seeing that beautiful stuff? I'd be scared to death. It's just beautiful. So there's a real funny picture. They're showing, Russia claims they're the second strongest army in the world. And look what they're showing. A Russian soldier on a horse. They're riding their horsies now. I feel bad for the horsies, so I don't want the horsies to get hurt. So, I just want to put out a lot of love to you guys, because I do have some stuff to tell you that I think might be a little bit disconcerting, but, you know, we'll get through it. I do see freezing weather. I do see severe freezing weather around the world, not just the United States. Unbearably cold. I see power outages, which doesn't help with freezing weather. I see, like, even in Russia and China and other places, suffering because of this, what's going on. I see, well, it's not me. Well, I see it, but the guides are showing it to me. I do see fires again, maybe more to South America. I do see, ooh, and there was a bad, I think, was it in Switzerland? There was a bar or something that caught fire, 50 people died. That kind of stuff you'll see more of. But I also see, and we've had this before, and I've told you about this before, but I see those people that go in and disengage banks and stuff like that. I see some uncomfortableness with that. Remember that they were paying the money so they could get the information back. Somehow they were able to stop them, or they arrested them. Someone else is coming out. Guys, show me what it is you want me to tell everyone. They want you to be at peace. Tell everyone to be at peace and know we are always with them. Welcome their angels and guides. Now listen, a big reveal with UFOs. The thing is, this is what I heard. We've always been here, so we don't need to do a big reveal. You know that one particular thing that's going through the earth, and they're talking about it's going to come here, and they're just passing through. They're not here to do any big deal. But I do see the ability for man to interact is going to get stronger. So it's like they lay down some shield, and a lot of us will be able to talk to them. The thing is, they're not going to push themselves on you if you don't want, because to be honest with you, you know, when I've been out there and I saw the UFOs, I never had that strong desire, or please come sit with me and chit chat. It's like, try to be careful, you know. So, there'll be more UFO sightings, more filming of sightings. There will be more personal manifestations, but not necessarily on the news. You know that Skinwalker Ranch, I think they're going to come up with some stuff that's pretty amazing. Sometimes you can't quite trust those type of TV shows, because you don't know if some of it is, it's like the ghost shows where they would fake ghosts just to keep the audience watching. But I trust the Skinwalker, and I think they're really going to do something spectacular. Someone's talking to me now. I think it's a different dimensional person, because he said we will not be subjugated to being circus acts. We come in peace and we want to discuss peace. Your earth is as important to us as it is to you. And maintaining its equilibrium is just as important. He just said to me, it feels a male and it feels like it's an ET, that Putin will be gone sooner than later. I think he said Biss is getting ready to go. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. I'm so sorry. He just said I'm not very funny. Thank you. Seriousness in this world is coming upon us, but don't worry, it's getting better. 6 months of some back and forth and cruelty as eyes have never seen. Revealing of the truth is the most important aspect for 2026, 27. The truth will be told. And there's so much information, it's beyond comprehension. But know we are with you. Man has been this way towards each other for centuries. Absolutely cruel. You think they're cruel now, you should have seen them in the Roman days. Just cruel. So know that we are here, and all this stuff will pan out. You know how some people go through nearly dying and they change, like me, and then all of a sudden they look at life differently? That's what I'm seeing. We're going to go through a substantial psychic, spiritual change, and we'll be more connected, not church connected, more connected spiritually with the realm. Ooh, big, 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 big volcano. Remember last year I told you there would be a whole bunch of volcanoes going off. Let's see what this one is. Where's this at, if you can tell me? Not to frighten you. Okay, thank you. It will give plenty of notice before it goes off. This one feels maybe up by Alaska or Washington. And I also feel Hawaii. But they always have volcanoes going on. Damage will be caused by this one. This one's a pretty good one. It actually takes us by surprise, even though it gave us, it let us know it's getting ready to blow. It's going to be pretty big. Earthquakes. Be calm and quiet. Ask for us to help you. And don't scream and yell and please God. Just ask for the realm to help you, and they will be there. Some sort of agreements man has already made, maybe to go through that earthquake or the volcano or the hurricane. But there's going to be a lot of ETs and angels and stuff helping those along the way. I just saw the weirdest thing. I just saw the red and the blue shaking hands together, like hands across the table, shaking hands together. So we'll kind of come off of that Fox News fake stuff that's been going on. What about Fox News? What's the up? Because I always thought Murdoch was going to go sooner than later. Tell me about Fox News. Are they still going to be able to live off the suffering of others? They're kind of like shook up because they know Trump is no good. They're watching it with their own eyes. They know he's a whack job. I don't know if it's by his physical exit, but I don't see him lasting, just like with Putin. I don't see him lasting in 2026. And if he goes first, or if he goes under first, that Netanyahu's going to be running for the hills, because I see a lot of people chasing after him. So tell me, hands across the table, shaking hands, and Fox News. Fox News will just be like, it's not even news. It's never been news. They're going to be tied, because when our new president comes in, when the new administration comes in, they're going to do a lot of things that are going to really hold their feet to the fire and say, quit your fibbing. Tell the truth. The cycle will change. The judgment is near. Yeah, they're going to get blown up. There's going to be so much ugliness coming out about uh, Trump so much that it's almost like it's sticking on them and they can't get rid of it, like they're doing like this. So let's see. Money will be pulled out from under them. People will be reversed on their opinion of Fox News. Because so many people watch it and they actually believe what they have to say. Ooh, they're going to go on hiatus. They might go down for like 4 years. I'm telling you, Fox News is a big one. Because when that goes down, that kind of creates... Because it goes down when Trump's going down. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. It goes down when Trump's going down. Okay, so tell me about China. How's China doing? China's doing good. Natural disasters. They really don't like Trump. Yeah, they steal people's ideas. And can I tell you, they can be underhanded. But they're actually worried about Trump because they can't trust him. They can't trust him. They don't know what he would do. But that guy, he just gives him the cold shoulder. You know, I'm going to charge you guys 400 and something tax. And yeah, he said, yeah, whatever. And then he's begging for them to buy soy. Yeah, whatever. And Trump just got done begging the guy over in Canada, the prime minister, to start selling us aluminum. And guess what he said? No. And even though it hurts us, you guys, I don't blame them. Can you? I don't blame them at all. The good news is that these other countries, as sad as they are about this heathen, they know that there's real good people that really can't stand. So when we gather together with justice and say, exit stage left, get the hell out of here, they will even look more fonder of us, knowing that, you know, because they couldn't believe he didn't get kicked out the first time when we impeached him. A lot of that was Israel coming in. You know what? You better not vote yes. Israel's going to go down. Okay, so tell me about China, the natural disasters. I see a dam breaking in China. I just saw a dam breaking. It could even be from an earthquake. Canada's going to have some freezing weather, you guys. I see some rescue happening because people have to get rescued from the freezing due to power outages. Canada's a beautiful country. They're going to get a bug, you guys. It's not COVID. It's some sort of bug. I just got done with some sort of bug. And it's just, I'm 72 years old. And let me tell you, there was a couple of times I wondered if I was going to live. And no joke. I was so sick, you guys. But it wasn't like fever and shakes. It was a cough that felt like my insides were going to come out. And I really didn't know, was I going to make it? My body hurt so bad in my rib cage and stuff. So can you imagine if I was 82 years old? Well, would I have made it? So that's what I'm worried about. The young and the old taking on certain viruses that are coming around. And the thing is, we got that cray-cray in there, so he's not going to help us along. We got more measles now than anyone. Oh, God, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. But he's going too, don't you worry. Let's look at RFK Jr. just to make our New Year's fun. Give us a little information on RFK Jr. RFK Jr. I see him sitting behind a desk. I've had this flash a couple of times. This is the weirdest flash, okay? And he gets angry, you know, he's kind of cut out of the realm of the Kennedys, now that they've lost that beloved daughter of Caroline, he really should be first in line to give sympathy, but they don't want to hear from him. They want nothing to do with him. But I see him sitting behind a desk and him seeing the writing on the wall before everything comes down. So I don't know what exactly this means, but something's getting ready to where he'll know, uh-oh, I'm packing my stuff and taking a VK. I just feel like, uh-oh. And I feel like he's gathering stuff together, paperwork he doesn't want other people to see, and exiting, getting the hell out of Dodge. See? Stuck with his own demise. He's a fool. Women can't stand him. He works against women, for real. There's something's coming up. Oh, well, don't forget, when midterms happen, it's going to be blue, 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 crystal blue. And they're going to be calling his ass out. And I see him kind of packing and going. Like he sees the writing on the wall. Ooh, look at this. Trying to decide, should I stay, should I go? Heartbroken that none of his stuff worked out. A lot of lawsuits, but the thing is, they won't get him personally. They'll get the United States. Because of him, a lot of heartache has happened. I see a lot of doctors and scientists coming back to the fold. We haven't lost everybody. They're just waiting. TikTok. Now, as you know, Jack Smith, I haven't watched it yet. My friend Bob is watching it, and he's letting me know. The 411. So you can watch the whole thing. Let's see. Will this put a dent in anything? Well, Jack Smith, everything that's happening with the testimony, we know. Even the stuff that's happening with the Epstein has been out there. Even if it was rumor, it's like it's confirmed. Okay, let's see. Okay. People are listening. People are determining what's going on. People are holding judgment to themselves because they can't piss off the king. Oh, here's a woman. 2 women around him. Wonder what that means. Maybe that's the woman who's going to be the bigwig when Trump is gone. They'll have a new head of the DOJ. Ooh, he's the beginning of the end. I'm telling you, I think like if Governor Newsom comes in and he gives him carte blanche, he'll go in there and tear it up. I don't necessarily think Jack Smith wants to be the DOJ, but more like keep on in the capacity he was doing and let him finish his job. Because I still see the lady in the fraud judge in Florida being exited. They're going to kick her out. You know, can I tell you something? I don't want to scare you guys. I think there might be an attempt on, look how frizzy my hair is because it's humid as heck outside, raining and humid. My natural curly hair has gone curly. Do you love him, Loretta? Terrible, Mom. Ah, geez, that's too bad. Okay, I got to tell you what I'm seeing, and then, you'll tell me later if it came true. Oh, and by the way, they did find that young girl in Texas. Remember, Sherry and I were on, and I didn't feel her life force. I felt she was already on the other side, and so did Sherry. And then I couldn't pick up if she was carried or what. And sure enough, she had taken a gun from inside the house. That was so sad. What a beautiful girl. And when I heard that, I said it was a relationship. She was devastated. And when we're young and we're just so crazy in love, I know I was like that. And we just think we can't go on. Little do we realize, I can't even remember the faces of some of the people I thought I was in love with. I can't remember their names nor their faces. But at the time, I thought I was going to die. But God bless her sweet soul. You know, the family's just dead. She probably had this all along. I know so many moms that have kids that are constantly depressed. But with Jack Smith, I'm feeling an attempt, or it might even be Netanyahu's doing. But I see people talking amongst themselves like black ops, like thinking, okay, you know what we got to do? We got to take him out. But the thing is, the damage is already done. All the information is out there. So what do you think you're going to do? Shut him up? Nope. But I see, or it could be people that could testify also because of the stuff he knows. But he proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Trump did lie about the 2020 election and did create January 6th. Absolutely, beyond a reasonable doubt. Oh, and now he's holding the money to Minnesota because of the daycare situation. The fraud, the $8 million. And this is when the blue states need to say, okay, guess what? We're going to keep our taxes we would have normally paid you until you decide what to do, and we'll use this money. That's what we need to do. Oh, and did you guys hear Texas? They can't use their new maps. The courts have said no. And they can't change California because we voted yes. So now we got 5+. And yeah, we're going to win by a landslide. But you know what? They shouldn't have started it. And you know, it was Trump who told them to do it. And then he tried to pull that guy from Indiana in, said they wanted to meet with him. And he said, listen, I'm a nobody. And I know the reason you want to pull me in is because you want me to do you a favor. No, I'm not going to. I work for my constituents. I don't work for you. I work for my constituents. And that's what we need to say more often. We don't work for that man. Oh, you guys, okay, so, all right. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Angel of Light and Mercy, thank you so much for making me do this today, because I'll be honest with you, I was kind of lazy, and they said, get up, go out there, and talk to the people. I said, yes, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Do you love him, Loretta? Terribly, Mom. Okay. A lot of boom, boom, boom come January. A lot of information coming out that we did not know. I see big, big things happening in Iran. Like Trump's talking about bombing them, but he's not going to be able to do it because they're too much in turmoil. He's going to be for the turmoil right now because he thinks he can charm them, but they don't like him either. More information about Charlie Kirk and his wife. Something about her that's sort of underhanded. You know, our President Kennedy was taken out in front of America. Horrible. Worse than Charlie Kirk, because half his head was taken out. And boy, you didn't see Jacqueline Kennedy trying to make money and going on the circuit, did you? And snuggling up to the vice president. And you do hear his parents are suing for child custody? Apparently she's not really interested in these kids, but see, she's spiteful, so she would keep them just to be spiteful. Down the road, though, those kids will be with his parents. Ooh, I think I just saw Charlie Kirk. I'm very disappointed in her. There's so many things I've just realized. I suspected, but just realized. She's never been faithful. She's always looked for something else. She's a seeker of evil. You can tell by looking at her face. She's got that evil look. She'll be nice to people to bring them in And then she'll drop you as fast as she wants. She knew this was coming down. She didn't know when, though. Okay. Thank you. Airplanes. Some more trouble with flights. I see another pretty good sized crash. I can't tell if it's in the United States. But I see trouble. You know, they're trying to hire the guys up in the towers. So I do see them getting more people. After they got rid of all those people, they're hiring. I see them quietly hiring back. I know a lot of people that lost their jobs that have been getting calls and saying, would you be interested, you know, like the IRS and stuff. So, but I see problems with, it's going to look real bad for Trump. There's some big airline thing that's going to happen. I don't think like it's, you know, where someone steals the plane. But it feels like it's big enough that people will say, I ain't going to risk it. That's what I'm getting. But I'm not quite sure what it is. It could even be a couple of planes that hit in midair, or something's going to happen where remember, I kept feeling electric. I kept feeling power outages. I feel like if it can go wrong, it will. Of course, it's not going to be Armageddon, but it's just enough where people are saying, not really. And they're raising the rates, and guess what? Some people just say, nah, never mind. Okay, I just got to tell you, I just saw this. One of the crashes that happens, it seems to be very beachy. I see the ocean. I see that beautiful, you know, that tropical. So I don't know where that's at. Is it the Caribbean? Is it Hawaii? Where's it at? But it seems to be near, in the ocean or near the beach. In the month of January, some other big name is going to cross Hollywood. We go through this every year. Anybody, any psychic can say there's big names. But it's wonderful. These people that I'm not seeing tragedies, so they're probably already older. Oh no, not Dick Van Dyke. I saw him just now. Dick Van Dyke. You know, he's 100. Even though it's like, oh, too bad. You know, eventually they gotta go. We'll all meet over there on the other side. Okay. Where else do you want me to take them? They want you to breathe 3 deep breaths a day, like I've been saying since I started this YouTube. That'll give you peace. That'll give you strength. That takes you out of yourself into consciousness. Because every time you're in consciousness, you go in a higher vibration, and that helps you to manifest. You can't, that which is likened to itself is drawn. So you can't manifest if you're always coming from a place of lack. You know, oh, please give me this, please give me that. No, no, no. Breathe, 3 deep breaths. And you can wish for it. You can put it out there. You can ask for the manifestation, but let it go. And then let it happen. Somebody just said to me, it's a female. Rarely do I have a female talk to me. She just said, the universe, the realm of mankind is going to go vibrationally so much higher with so much love. There's a lot of us age 65 on up. We've gone through a lot. that will be quite surprised and very touched about how well our younger people are going to do coming up, wanting mankind to be okay, not wanting to be selfish, sharing amongst each other. Because the more you give, the more you get. Yeah, okay, so thank you. So what they want you to know is, according to them, after this January 1st, and people aren't going to be able to afford health care. That, I've told you this before. I told you that's the end for Republicans. Because even though we begged, please don't do this, they did it anyway. And it's going to be bad for them. And I just want you to know that this is the thing that's really going to take them out. It's going to take them out. And probably February, March, and you know, sometimes dates are bad for me, but Trump is very bad, very ill. And he's not going to give up the throne that easy. As sick as he is, he could be laying on his bed sucking oxygen, and I could see him refusing. Now change my diaper. Okay, I'll tell them thank you. They just want you to open your heart and just bask in that love, and that light is coming to you. And it's almost like I can see an army of angels and enlightened beings all around the earth getting ready for the big events coming up in 26 and 27. It's beautiful. So don't lose faith. Just like that postmark thing, I'll double check it, but I'm pretty sure if you go into the post office, they will stamp your postmark inside if you go up to the window. But even though they're trying to pull this, it's not going to work. Because I'm telling you, they ain't going to get any votes. The only way they know how is to cheat, but they can't cheat if nobody's voting for them. Mark my words on this, you guys. Okay, you guys. So that was fun. And I'll be back Monday with Mel. I love you guys. I hope you had a happy new year. And the dogs are very happy. It's raining, but I'm going to have to throw the P-A-L-L. Usually if I spell it, they come running. Because they love to play, even in the rain. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. And I'll catch you later in Monday, and I'll post a poster for that. And Mel is feeling better. Thank you guys very much. He cooked a whole bunch of food. I said, show off. He said he made food for 5-7 days. I said, dang, well, now I got to drive out there. So, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, you guys, I love you all. Cheers.